Well, I never get my cues. I just all of a sudden, you're on. Hey, okay, thanks. Damn. See that smile on my face? That is being generated by the fact that this defense has come a long way since last season. Last season, I thought we were going to be a lot better. But as you know, we won't go over that. But happy birthday to Joe Montana, number one. And I want to go over some things, why I'm jumping up and down. And probably you've already noticed the notes too, but just briefly go over this really quickly. First of all, we got the Zoom system, as if you see Brian, he's calling all the way in from Australia. We got the Zoom system that you can get in. Check out all the information and the directions are right on the app for you to zoom in. I mean, zoom in. You get to play on words, see what I did there? So many you can be video in instead of calling in. And the calling in is still, of course, available. As you'll see on the app, you can see the phone number and the PIN number. But you want to zoom in, there's directions for that too. And you can get on via video. And if you're from somewhere anywhere in California or in the U.S., you can still come in through the Zoom. You see what I'm saying? We're making it so we can connect with every 49er fan on the planet. All right. The 49ers, I want to go over some of the things that went over that had me laughing since Thursday. 49ers, Earl Mitchell allowed no running up the middle. Deforest Buckner, Arik Armstead, Chris Jones, undrafted free agent Jimmie Gilbert were kicking booty and taking numbers. They slapped the 49ers around in every offensive attempt they made. That group notched up 6 sacks, and Jimmie Gilbert was responsible for 3. Who knew Jimmie Gilbert was going to be such a force? He's 6'5", but he weighs 230 pounds. Now, I'm not sure what that means, but getting 3 sacks out of the 6 total means you know what you're doing. Put a few pounds on him and let's keep him. See, I worry about the guys who are going to get cut, all right? And he's undrafted free agent. That's what I really like the most. Meanwhile, the media keeps crying about how Malcolm Smith was the worst signing of the offseason. Malcolm Smith is looking like a steal. You see, people don't understand. Malcolm Smith played with the Raiders in 3-4. The 3-4 is not for Malcolm Smith. He's a 4-3 guy, and he had a great day last week. He's out there picking off passes. He's on the ball all the time. Malcolm Smith is a beast if you want to put him at the... I'd like to put him at the Sam, but I think they're going to put him at the Will. All right? But Will, of course, is reserved for the return of our first-round draft pick. I know, this is going to be interesting to see. I hope Bowman is really ready to roll because... okay, we'll see anyway. Because Reuben Foster has to play this year. And everybody's saying he may be not well, so it's okay. Leave Smith there. Also, Keith Reeser is putting on a show every week. What are you going to do with Reeser? He's in competition with both Akello Witherspoon and who else? I'm not sure. It could be Dante Johnson, but I think it's Dante Johnson more than it is Witherspoon. But speaking of Dante Johnson, Johnson also had a great day. Thursday, picking off a pass. A ball that was thrown long to Pierre Garçon bounces off of him. Well, this is the thing with the offense. Their timing and everything is not right now. Garçon misses the pass. It flies off his hands, bounces off of Bowman's helmet, and into the hands of a waiting Dante Johnson, was alert and sharp to catch that. This is a good thing, though. Here's the thing that kills me, though. As much trouble as the defense caused in the day, the worst assassins on the team weren't even there. I'm looking down the list. Reuben Foster wasn't there. Solomon Thomas just getting out of class. He'll be joining the team next week on Wednesday. Elvis Dumerville wasn't there. Rashard Robinson was also taking time off. Ahmad Brooks has got something going on with his foot. Eli Harrell was out for personal reasons. All right. So my question is, are you excited about the defense or are you concerned with the offense? I got to tell you, just to give you my opinion, I just want the D to just stomp the offense into the... I want them to stomp the offense into the dirt. Why? Because the more they do that, the more the offense is going to grow. This way, by the time we get into the real season, the offense is going to see other defense coming out. They're going to laugh about it. This is the best you guys got? We see worse than this in practice every day. They will destroy the average defense around the NFL. This is what I'm looking forward to. Hey, this guy, let me go to the phone right now. We're going to Cornflake. We're going to the Cornflake Kid first, who has begged me not to call him Cornflake Kid, but he is the serial champion.
This is Kyle Shanahan.
Cornflake, I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything in general, except politics. Don't start with the politics.
Shanahan.
You're Kyle Shanahan. It's funny. Last time I talked to Kyle Shanahan, he had the voice of an adult. There's something wrong here. Well, I'll tell you what, Kyle. Can I ask you some questions? What happened to your offense last week? Are they not ready?
What do you mean? Well, we're not really. I'm really unsatisfied with how we're doing. I mean, there's still a lot to teach this team, to teach my offense, to teach even the guys that know my system. I mean, there's still a lot to teach them, but they still got to learn. But I'm really excited about our defense because the defense is doing a great job. We're still trying to install the offense, so definitely not 100% known. I mean, Brian, he knows how to call the plays, and Garth Stone knows the system, but there's still guys trying to learn, and we're still trying to grow in offense.
Well, Coach, can you tell me how long do you think it'll be before the offense starts to catch on and be able to really apply what you show them out there as far as your playbook?
I really think, I mean, the first, like, from my past teams, it usually takes a year to completely understand it. But there have been situations where, when I first went to Houston, we went 10-6 the first year. The first year I went to Washington, we went 10-6. And these guys, the thing that I did this time, I brought guys that already know my system. So I think it'll take about maybe another month or two before we start really getting on the same page, because the defense is still really, really tough. And I believe once we get in games and the defense, like our defense is really, really tough on our offense in practice, which I'm really impressed with that, but I want my offense to click too. But that really shows me, because I've seen things in practice in the past where my offense is tore apart to practice's defense, which it impresses me too, but it makes me worry about the defense. I'm not worried about our defense right now.
Well, good, Coach. Tell you what,
I think it'll take another month or two to click.
Coach, can I get you to hold on just a second? I want to remind you too, if you have any questions tonight for anybody that's on the phone or on the vid, you can hashtag Q. We'll pick that question up and we'll relay your question as fast as we can. Well, Coach, I don't know that there's anything more that I can ask you tonight. We haven't got a lot of time, but I tell you what, I do appreciate your calling in. This is just an honor. I had no idea. I wasn't expecting that.
You know, we're always trying to improve our team, and we're always, I mean, what I want for our fans and our organization is every single week we go into a game, our organization and our fans believe we're going to win that game. Whether it happens or not, we think we're going to do it because we put in the work.
I like that confidence, Coach. That's the way you instill a winning spirit. You have changed the Big C in culture, man. All right, Coach. Thank you.
Well, it's not just me. It's me, John, and Robert Sala.
Well, that's true. Look at it. Thank you, Coach. We've got a few people who want to talk.
Although I did play a big part.
Yeah. Nothing like tooting your own horn, huh, Coach? All right. Hey, Coach, you have a great week. I'm looking forward to your results from next week, okay? Mini camp coming up on Tuesday. We know about that.
I'm gonna call. I think I will call into your radio show.
Okay. Hey, I'll be looking forward to that. All right, Coach. You have a great evening. Okay. Let me go to Brian. That beautiful scenery behind him as he is in the
Brian
line.
Hoyer.
Down under. Good night, Coach.
Hey, mate, how you going?
Hey, Brian, not as well as you, man. You look awful laid back and comfortable there, man. I'm telling you, making people crazy.
Well, I normally live in the tropics, but I'm actually down in the capital at the moment, freezing my ass off, and I've just got a bit of opportunity to get out and get some sun, you know. Where I normally live is probably the equivalent of Miami, I suppose, over there, so it never really gets cold, but getting down to sort of 0 degrees here, which is probably about 25, 28 degrees in your language.
I just realized.
Yeah, it's a bit chilly, so there was a bit of sun out today, so I thought I'd come and listen to the show and get a few rays.
All right. And I just realized it's wintertime down under right now. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's football season here. All three codes are kicking off. There's the AFL, the NRL, the rugby union. So we're about halfway through our season here. So
standard.
My Kangaroos in the AFL were struggling a bit this year. They're a little bit like the Niners. They're going through a bit of a rebuilding stage. And they're going a bit better than expected. And my North Queensland ARU side are going pretty well. They're sort of in the top 4 or 5. So.
Outstanding.
Oh, good. So we just need the Niners to improve a bit this year, and I'll be pretty wrapped with my sport. So
It sounds as if. Now, as a matter of fact, what are you thinking as far as what you've seen so far? That rampaging defense last week, and a lot of people are saying we're probably overreacting to it because, as you know, the offense probably won't catch up for a little while because of the fact they've got a more complicated system to catch up with. And Salah's system is about pin your ears back and just go get them. That defense is comfortable with that defense, but I like that. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I'm not tend to sort of. I don't really take a lot of notice of what's going on this time of year, mate. The business starts when I get the pads on. That's when you'll really start to see a few things. You've got to bear in mind that anything you see in the media, both film-wise and the reporting, is what they want you to see. You're not seeing anything there that's, it's all vanilla,
Yeah.
It's all just just to put something on tape to keep the supporters happy. They're not really going to show you too much, especially when the reporters are there. So I'm not really taking too much notice about what I'm hearing. I'm sort of, once we get the pads on and once we get into that pre-season, then we'll start to see for ourselves what the story is. But anything up until that point is just really, rumour and innuendo, isn't it, really? So it is good, though, that the most exciting thing about this year, mate, is just the amount of competition at every position. That's the thing that's got me really excited. And
gosh, yes.
There's so many players that are, they're going to have to put their best foot forward, or they're just not going to make it. So, the pre-season, I cannot wait for it to get cracking. So, yeah.
Well, an excellent point, Brian. There's going to be some good ball players that the 49ers are going to be saying goodbye to. When's the last time we had a season where we were saying goodbye to good ball players? Not under. Well, I don't think it's been any time underneath the Trent Baalke era. I don't remember any.
No, it's been a while. But I just want to see how they manage it. They've got so many players they've got to give game time to. And obviously, this past month has been installing the system and getting match prepared and all the rest. But once we get down to the pads on and then we get into the games, how many reps they give people and where they put people is just going to be really exciting because they've got so many players they need to see in some form of action against opposition. So, bring the pre-season on for sure. I can't wait.
You got until August 11th.
Yeah.
That's the first game we finally get to see the crashing against.
I'm counting down the days.
Yeah. Hostile competition. Yeah. It's going to be a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
All right, Brian. Hey, Brian, listen, I want to thank you for coming in and joining us today. And
it's been 12 months since I've been on, mate, because it's Monday.
It has been that long.
Monday morning over here or lunchtime when you come on, and even when the games are on, it's a bit difficult for us, the guys in Australia, to get on because we're working. It's a public holiday today, so I grabbed the opportunity. But I listen to all you guys, your Red and Gold Radio. Shout out to TNT and Tyler and Nina Rink and, of course, Nighthawk, all the regulars that have come on. I'm missing Tito. I haven't seen him for a little while.
I've been looking for Tito.
Too, I guess, so.
Yeah, you're right. We've tried to hunt him down. I can't find him. He's really busy. So, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard much from Norm either. He came on a few shows ago, but, he's always great to listen to as well. But love the show, love all the input from everyone, and I never miss. So, keep up the good work, and I'll just bow out and have a listen.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate you,
no
man.
Worries.
All right. Have a great one.
Cheers. Bye.
Let's go to Joe. Hey, Joe. No, Joe. Can you hear me, Joe?
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
There you are. Joe, I know you've got to be in your element right now. As I was listening to the sports, but like Brian pointed out, we're probably seeing part of the truth, but not all of the truth. But the thing is, what we did here was pretty hilarious.
It's just, I've never been so excited ever for a team to see them on the field. It's just one of those feelings, I don't know why, but even when we went to the Super Bowl and the year after that, it didn't feel like what this feels like. It's just super exciting.
Good point.
Have you ever had that feeling, about a team, oh my God, we're just
this is a little more electric. I know what you're talking about.
Everyone.
No, I know what you mean.
It's just a different vibe.
Yeah. Were you one of the ones, Joe, that said the other day that this defense may be even better than what we had in 2012, 2013?
Oh, yeah, by all means, man.
Okay, that was you. Okay. Somebody brought that up. At first I said, what? But we'll see. Could be.
because it's just the players we have are just really good. As long as they can stay healthy, we're
always
good.
the case. That's always the case. Health is like, that's all part of the game. It really is. If you can't stay healthy, you can't win. That's nobody's fault but yours.
You know what we should do, though? We need to get James Harrison over into our locker room somehow.
Is he available?
I don't care how they do it.
He's with the Steelers
He's
right
not
now.
available, but even if you have to give up a first-round pick to get him at 39 years old, it's worth it.
Whoa,
the
Joe!
reason behind it is because hear me out. The reason behind that is because that person has managed to keep himself healthy without use of any performance-enhancing drugs or anything all the way at 39, and he's still playing like he was when he was young.
Got me
And
there.
that kind of a person can help these young guys out how to keep their body healthy. People like Carlos Hyde, who just, you touch them and they break.
Bruce Ellington is number 1 on that list.
Bruce Ellington, of course.
God.
Bruce Ellington, I don't even know if he can be saved. But Carlos Hyde is redeemable,
He is a basket case, isn't he? Just awful. I can't believe they haven't cut him already. So, yeah. But that's a good point.
Me neither, man. Bruce needs to go. It's just, we don't even need slot guys that many of the slot guys.
Yeah, and if we want a
already
return
have,
guy.
Curly.
And you got Bolden. If you want a return guy, let's use Bolden. I want to see Victor Bolden out there anyway. And
do you know that we cut KD Cannon for BJ Johnson?
I was just reading that. I was laughing. I was going to bring that up a little later. I am shocked. They had us believing, just like Brian was pointing out a minute ago, they put out there what they want you to believe and what they want you to know. I thought KD Cannon was being cut for disciplinary reasons, and now we find out that BJ Johnson was somebody they preferred, so they used for any little excuse to let KD go. I'm kind of bothered by that a little bit. Just tell me the truth. I don't. If you feel like that, then that's fine. But then they made it look like it wasn't that. I don't know. What are your feelings on that?
I actually like that because it's for a proper thing. Like, it's a real. Like, honestly, I would like to discipline him in a different way if it was for something like disciplinary or anything like that. Like, discipline him in other ways, fine him or something, But when it comes to like cutting him, it should be like you should have a better option. That's how you cut a player. I like that. And honestly, he's 6'1", 210 pounds.
Yeah.
Similar body type to Pierre Garçon, and maybe he can be that in the future. Pierre Garçon was also a nobody, like 6th-round pick or something. Until he came in and played with Peyton Manning.
But Joe, that's the thing. We were misled to believe that there was a disciplinary problem when really Mike LaFleur says it's had nothing to do with KT. We just like what we seen in BJ a little more. You see what I'm saying? So I say, you guys just yeah, okay. It is what it is, and it's over. And I'm gonna keep an eye on BJ from now on, probably like everybody else. So, all right.
Yeah, man.
All right.
It's exciting though.
It is, man.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, Joe, we gotta go. And we'll see you on Red Gold Radio tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, man. See ya.
All right.
Good night.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the non-cornflake Tyler.
Not sugar water.
Tyler!
What's going on, Ronbo?
Shucks, man. I just check it out where we're going. We got things going on all week long. We got Reuben Foster now. We don't need to worry about him getting signed because that's not a given every year. We watched last year, Joey Bosa took forever to sign his contract. The worrisome thing about that, though, is I use that for an example. Do you know that Solomon Thomas has the same company working for him that had Joey Bosa almost missed last year? But we're not going to have a problem. I just know it.
Oh, Solomon Thomas won't hold out. He's wanting to get on the field, but he can't because of exams or whatever.
Yeah, well, he'll be back Wednesday. He'll be back Wednesday, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he'll be in. I
said
said it's worried
they
about
have
his
to
legal
keep
team.
him off the field.
Yeah, him and Ruben. I understand they have to keep an eye on Ruben because he just like sneaks out and does things. I like that. Don't let him get hurt. Anybody lets him get hurt, you are fired. So yeah.
Yep.
But what
I
else
was
is going
reading.
on?
I think it was one of your articles where the defense. It wasn't even like the normal starters, but like that rookie, the undrafted free agent, got like 3 of the 6 sacks, and
You know,
yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's what I'm saying. I was laughing because I said, you know, if that's going to happen, and by the way, that guy's name is, maybe his name here, Jimmie Gilbert. Jimmie Gilbert.
Yeah.
He's an undrafted free agent, like you mentioned, and then the people who were missing are the worst guys on the. These, if they would have been there, would have been just really a bloodbath. Reuben Foster, Solomon Thomas, Dumerville wasn't there. Rashard Robinson, Ahmad Brooks, Eli Harrell, they weren't even on the field, and everybody else was killing the offense. So, yeah, that's why I found that totally amusing.
But is it a bad thing that our offense can't do nothing against the defense?
No, not right now. And it's like they're not wearing pads, so the offensive line is at a disadvantage. They can't hit or hold or anything like that. So, of course, the defense is going to be a lot faster so they can slip through and get in because if there's no pads put on them as they're coming in. I understand that even Mitchell was knocking Kilgore on his butt. I mean, he hit Kilgore so hard that Kilgore flew in to the quarterback. I said, what? It's a sack. So he sacks Brian Hoyer by using Kilgore's body. I said, oh, my God, how hard did he hit him? And they just, Kilgore just can't block Mitchell, so they're going to have to put some pads on and then give him at least a little bit of a chance. So it's not to be taken too seriously. But you just like the aggressiveness of the defense is what I'm excited about.
Yeah, me too. Just wait till we get Bowman and Solomon Thomas and Foster up in there.
Don't forget Dumerville.
Dumerville, yeah, all of them.
What a defense! Brooks coming over from the Sam. Dumerville coming from the Leo. Oh, and you got Thomas coming from the
I know
inside.
it's just a video game. I can't wait till Madden 18 comes out.
Oh, man. That's
actually have the whole roster.
And I want to see how they set that up this time. Are they going to make the 49ers just easy to whip? I mean, no, not this year. This defense is legitimate. And it's going to get better and better. By week 5 or 6, I suspect they'll be singing songs around the NFL saying, we may have underestimated the 49er defense as they've got an average up to this week 4 of only allowing 8.7 points. It is with 0.7.
That's going to be after the first game when we play the Panthers.
No, really, it's going to be a stingy defense. I got a feeling. These guys are tired of being abused, and God, the disrespect has been really out of control, even going into this season. So I'm expecting huge stuff. Huge.
Well, it's good to be underrated, though.
Yeah, it is, because then you can sneak in on people. Absolutely.
They think they can just do anything on us, and it's not going to happen. They might as well bring the ambulances and stretchers out on the field before we even play.
Have them parked out on the side of the field. Because we've not even seen.
Well, you know how the Sea-Fucks have Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
Well, we need Legend of Doom.
I like that. It has a nice ring to it. Doomsville Raiders.
Legends of Doom.
Oh, God, did I use the word Raiders? The Doomsville. Let's see. The Doomsville Gold Rush. No, that. Gotta work on. I gotta find something that rhymes with Doom. Because you gotta be careful with the Legion of Boom. Because they would say, oh, look at the 49ers. They're trying to be like us. We don't want to ever hear them say that. You know what I mean?
We don't want to be like the Sea-Fucks.
God, no. That would just be disgusting. Hey, Tyler. Glad to hear you on Sunday, man. Because last week I said, Tyler, join us on Sundays. Appreciate you coming by, man. Let me see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, man.
All right, bro.
Go Niners.
Yes.
All right.
Let's go to Daniel. Daniel.
Hey, you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you just fine, Daniel. How you doing, man?
All right, how are you, Ronbo? Let's get ready to Ronbo, man. I'm hearing some good talk. The defense is doing what they're doing. But, I think this early, there's so much mismatch. There's so many people that are playing good and not playing good. So I think ultimately when the pads come on, that's when the true test will happen.
Absolutely. I believe that's early as next week. I think so, yeah.
Hello?
I think it's next week. Yeah, okay. I'm still here.
All right. Yeah. Next week, that's mini camp.
Yep.
And technically, like has been mentioned, is that Thomas and Foster, they both really haven't been in there.
Yeah.
So that's two big pluses that we're minusing off our defense. So we really haven't seen, or heard what they're truly about, what how they can get down, other than what they played in college. Taumopenu, him and Jimmie Gilbert. I mean, I think that's like that's a in and out tag team right there.
I know, huh? They say that Gilbert's outplaying. Pita's getting outplayed right now. But you know what? Who's the toughest guy with the pads, though? Maybe Pita may not be the best without pads. We'll see. Yeah, Jimmie seems to be outplaying him. According to Grant Cohn, this is the second week in a row he said that Jimmie Gilbert is outplaying the 6th round draft pick. So I will see. Pita's, like you say, let's put the pads on and see what they look like then. Because right now they're out there playing flag football.
Absolutely. It's going to be really, really interesting. And, I wouldn't underestimate the offense, though.
No, just for now.
And, they may even be, like what was mentioned before, is, that was made a good point, is that they may be throwing disinformation out there.
Could be. You never know about John Lynch.
Just to curb the spies, So, there's a whole lot of things right now that are happening, and what we have forward, to look forward to is basically just running a good, solid defense, and a machine that's just going to chew up, those quarterbacks. And with that, on the offense, we have the speed, I heard about the KD Cannon thing. They must have seen definitely something.
That is so confusing.
That was intriguing. So, I think they definitely got a game planned. And come September, it's on.
Yes. Daniel, who's going to be your sack leader? I always love asking people that because I've already got mine picked out and I might have been wrong. But who's your sack leader coming up this season?
That's hard, man. Because
it's gotten harder because Dumerville's doing this.
Up there, and then you got Foster. I'm thinking if Foster comes out and he's healthy, I don't know. It's hard. I'm not gonna even say Foster. Right. I'm gonna go with Thomas.
Yeah, because he's on the line.
I'm gonna go Thomas or Dumerville.
Yeah, and Dumerville is the logical answer, but
yes,
is Doom going to still be able to keep up Doomsville? I got a feeling, he says he's feeling great. John Lynch is convinced he's got the same old Dumerville. And it might be, if he's healthy, there is no force on the 49ers front line that's going to beat him getting to that quarterback. But it would be interesting to see somebody compete with him. Who's that going to be? We'll see.
Absolutely. You know the thing about this, though, is I have a funny suspicion that Lynch and Shanahan, on both sides of the ball, if they run that competition in regular season, don't just run it here in camp. Run it the season. You know what I mean?
You mean all week long for who's
going to start? You want to be on ball champs? Go for it.
I have a feeling they're going to do that too. There's not, you establish your position, yes, right now as a starter, but during the course of the season, if it looks like you're dragging butt, sure, they'll come out there and have somebody challenge. Or they'll start rotating you in a little less.
Yes.
That's where that works.
I think everything is looking good,
It is.
Hey. And yeah, that would be a good point to create a name for the defense, Yeah,
I know we got to work on that.
We need something.
In fact, let's make that the thing tonight. If anybody has any suggestions on a new name for the defense, because we're not using anything according to what we were just talking about a little while ago. We were talking about anything that sounds like Legion of Boom is automatically out. So we got to come up with our own original. Doomsville is too close to Boom, probably, so we got to stay away from that. So there you go. Daniel,
49er Thunder? Nah, not so good. We got, we definitely have to come up with something good. Somebody will figure something out.
You think about it.
Throw it out there.
You think about it. And during Red and Gold Radio, because I'm going to chart all these names. Give me something by next week, will you, Daniel? Because we got to go now. But we'll see.
Yeah. All I know is I want the defense to turn Russell Wilson into Caitlyn Jenner.
And I like that idea. You got it.
Okay. All right.
Have a good night, Daniel.
All right, man. Have a good night, Ronbo.
Yeah.
Niners.
It's got to be Jack. Jack, is that you?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. We got Nighthawk is doing weird things. We see you, Nighthawk. Good morning.
What's Nighthawk doing?
Well, he's showing us he's been working on his abs. Hey,
Man, I can't even get your channel on YouTube, and I'm hearing you like 3 seconds late. But listen, man, all this KD Cannon bullshit. We're not gonna give a dude $40,000, or I don't know how much it was, but I think it was one of the highest undrafted free agent contracts. So all this bullshit about we're gonna give this person the highest undrafted free agent contract and then cut him like the first week. Now it's all media stare, man. You know what I'm saying? We didn't want this other BJ. We probably didn't want BJ, but we didn't want him instead of KD. You would pay somebody the highest and then cut him that quick, before letting him learn a little bit and then seeing what he could do and then cutting him,
Yeah, no, I agree. It's something very strange about the story. You brought up something, that $40,000 contract, you're right. I don't know. They said it had nothing to do with KD. I'm still a little confused about that. So, yeah.
But, the defense, the unit, I don't know, or the Gold Wrecking Crew, there's a few good names we could have for these people, or we could just call them Robinson's bitches, Hello?
No, I'm listening. Go ahead, Jack.
Okay. Hey, so what are we talking about today?
Who is this? Jack, is that you?
Yeah, it's me, man.
I know you cut in, you cut out. No, we were talking about the defense and how they completely ran over the offense last week for the most part. And should we be concerned with that? What are we going to do? I mean, as we all know, it's about the pads being on and probably the flag football element, the offensive line. They certainly can't contain them without pads. It's advantage defense. So, yeah, that's pretty much what we're talking about.
Yeah, we got nothing to worry about, gentlemen. They're still learning the playbook. That's the biggest playbook, I think, in any offense.
And most complicated
in the NFL,
for sure.
That being Shanahan's Kyle-style ball. So the defense, a little easier to learn. So don't worry, we're not going to have a lethargic offense like Ronbo was saying a few months back. We want to get too hyped up like we did last year. And I agree. I had a problem with that because, with the Chip Kelly hype, I thought, man, we're going to score all these points, we're going to do all these things, but obviously didn't happen in the second half. So, don't want to get too hyped, but I think we're on to something which is going to gradually grow,
Oh, absolutely. It's Kyle Shanahan, the man who orchestrated the 7th most productive offense in NFL history, and he's our head coach. Something's coming.
It's going down, baby. It's going down, and we are going to get that championship in Oakland, California tomorrow, so stay tuned, everybody, tomorrow night. You'll be late over here, but I'm going to be awake. Anyways, you guys are cutting out tonight, so Jack is going to hit the road and get ready and stuff. Have a great evening or morning around the world, wherever you're at, and I'll talk to you all soon, man. Go Niners.
Thanks, Jack. You have a good night, man. All right. Let's go. Let's get there's Nighthawk. You probably noticed Nighthawk. He's been dancing around the screen and showing us his tummy and his feet. Nighthawk, I know it's weekend. Are you drinking beverages or having spirits? I mean, what's going on with you, man?
No, I'm good. Everything good.
Nighthawk, what do you want? Nighthawk, hey, you're the guy to ask this question. We're trying to think of a name. You know, like the Seattle Seahawks have the Legion of Boom. What should the 49ers call the defense that we got building? You got any name suggestions?
No, I don't know. I mean, let me see. I'm not sure, man.
You know, think about it. You don't have to answer right now, but come up with something later on. Did I see Panama Queen making just off the 49ers for a minute? Have you and Panama Queen been talking back and forth?
No.
We gotta get you two together. Nighthawk, listen. The defense right now is looking like we're going to be at least top 20. Do you see any possibility of that not happening? With all the talent we got, with the man Salah saying, violence is our mantra.
I think we're going to be in top 2.
Wait. Oh. Hey. Nighthawk, I'm telling you, man, I like the way you talk, man. Hey, give me some reasons why we're going to be in top 2. Does that mean that our frontline defense?
I think that defense is going to be number 2 because they're going to stop. No, we're going to have a good defense.
I believe it. Hey, Nighthawk, I just remembered something, man. It just been pointed out to me on the chat. You forgot to say, you know how you always say hello. You know you forgot, right?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead. You got to do it, Nighthawk. People are waiting, man.
Okay. What's up, Rambo?
Okay, we're okay now. All right, hey, Nighthawk, I like more predictions from you now. Okay, the offense right now, they have been stalled, but only probably this week. They're going to put on the pads next week. Who's going to be the combo? Is it going to be Brian Hoyer and Pierre Garçon? Or is it going to be Carlos Hyde and Joe Williams?
Carlos Hyde and Jordan Williams.
Joe Williams, all right. And your defensive sack master, is it going to be Elvis Dumerville? Or is it going to be Solomon Thomas?
I'm picking Thomas.
Tell you this, Nighthawk is tough tonight, man. He's got some, I got to take his Dumerville is 33. Thomas has been working out with Marcus DeWare. Okay. All right. What else you want to add tonight, Nighthawk?
Well, that's what I have to say.
All right, you know what we're waiting for then.
Okay, go Niners.
Have a good night, Nighthawk.
Good night.
All the way from Virginia. Oh, God, Nighthawk is so cool. Hey, Wyatt! Wyatt's been gone. He's been a ship out at sea for like ever. What's up, Wyatt? We may have lost him. Wyatt!
Oh, I got an end.
Wyatt! Maybe Wyatt could be somewhere. Oh, you 808. 808, you're in Honolulu. I saw the name Wyatt. I mean, okay. Honolulu! Area code 808 Honolulu. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, and who is this?
This is Paul.
Paul! Oh, sorry, Paul. I thought you were somebody else. We got another caller that calls regularly from Hawaii, and his name isn't Paul. Paul, welcome to the show, man. Glad to meet you, fam. What's up?
Oh my God, I love your show, bro. I love your show.
Thanks, Paul. So, Paul, you've been a 49er fan for how long?
Oh my God, forever.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man. What are you thinking about this year, Paul? You know, this is one of those years where we're at that.
Oh, I think we're gonna go 10-6 at least. 10-6 at least.
See, that's justify that for me, will you? I've said 9-7.
Fuck all those haters. Fuck all those haters out there, bro.
That's what I said.
Fuck all those haters.
Yes. Hey, Paul, now give me some reasons. Where do you think we're going to be real powerful? Are you talking defense here? You like possibly that we have an offense that's being led by Kyle Shanahan?
Oh my God, I love our defense and our offense. I think we're gonna be good this season. I think.
I agree. We got too many things going in our favor. We had a great draft. We had great undrafted free agency period.
Oh my God, yes we did. Oh my God, I love the fucking draft.
Oh man, and we got John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan.
Yes we did.
Oh, these guys know what they're doing, don't they? It would only make sense to have a good season. Hey, go ahead.
What do you think about our running back situation? What do you think about that?
I love it. It's insane.
Yes it is. Oh, I love all our running back. Oh my God.
Paul, you can't keep them all though. What are we gonna do?
I
This is the most intriguing thing on the roster.
Yeah, that sucks.
It does. Maybe they're gonna keep them all. Because I don't see anybody.
No, I hope so. That would be good.
Maybe give them other jobs or something. But
I wish you could.
Because it's going to be tough. And they're saying Carlos Hyde is starting to understand a little more than he did a couple of weeks ago. They said he broke through the line of scrimmage a couple of times, and he hadn't been able to do that before. Now they said he did it a couple of times last week. So here comes Carlos. So now, and Williams and Braid have already been kicking butt. So that's 3 guys. I understand that Capri Bibbs is doing a great job. Uh-oh. Whoa.
Oh, I love Capri. I love Bibbs.
I was watching footage of him when he was with Denver the other day, and yeah, Bibbs.
Yeah, man. Oh, my God.
Bibbs is a badass, yeah.
I don't know. Jeez, all their running backs are good.
I mean,
love them.
Some people have suggested we trade him. We can't trade him. The league is set.
No, yeah, we can't trade. No, we can't trade them.
You can cut them, but you cannot trade them. They're not assets for you to trade. You don't, unless you sign them first, and then you can trade them. So I always laugh. People say, we should trade some of those running backs. You can't trade some of those running backs. So, yeah.
No, you can't.
We got too many wide receivers, so you can't stay.
So how do you think we're going to do this season? What do you think?
Well, I agree with you. I said 9-7, but I could change my tune after game 2. I need to see how well the 49ers are going to grasp, because Kyle Shanahan's offense is very difficult. If they get it down fast, then maybe. If they get it down fast, 10-6 could actually be easy. With the way the defense is growing and the personnel on that defense, teams are not going to be running up no scores on the 49ers this year. So if the 49ers have any kind of an offense, they're in the game.
The things that's going on right now, I think that we can go 10-6. I think, in my opinion, I think we can go 10-6 easily. Easily.
All right. I'm snake bit from the last 2 seasons, though, Paul. I'm a little scared. 5-11 and 2-14, and I'm a little. I mean, of all people, I'm a little afraid. But
I mean, that's the players that we have then. I mean, the players that we have now, I think that we can go 10-6 easily. Yeah. I think, in my opinion, I think we can go 10-6.
Paul, listen, are you using the headphones? I mean, a mic.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm using a headphone.
Yeah, it's a little too close. To your back away from it just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
That's
all
better.
Right.
Yeah, now you can get your words better. But yeah, I'm gonna probably be joining you with the 10-6 by game 2. I got a feeling, Paul. If we beat the Seahawks in Seattle, I will join the 11-5 people, because that will mean the confidence and the cockiness and the arrogance and the swag has returned to the locker room. That will mean.
Hell yeah.
Oh. So, Anyway, tell you what, Paul. It's great meeting you, man. Let me. You join us on Red and Gold Radio too, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays, if you get a chance.
All right.
All right, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll look to talk to you a little later. Thank you.
I love what you do, bro.
Thanks, Paul. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Thanks.
All right.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Let's go ahead. Come on. Let's go to Sahel.
What's up, Ronbo?
Sahel.
I can do like Nighthawk.
I know. Did you check him out? And did you check out the close-up shot? That was my favorite.
Which one?
Nighthawk.
Rambo.
Yeah. Oh, that Nighthawk.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, man. It's just fun, man, because you know what?
He's the only Hawk that we care about.
I know,
we don't
right?
care about any other Hawk.
That's right. Not supposed to care about any of the Hawks, man. They all suck except for that one. But yeah, hey, so hell, I was thinking about you guys, man. We talked about it a little bit Friday as far as the defense domination and just annihilation. And I understand we can't overreact to it because nobody was wearing pads and the offensive line was at a disadvantage. But it's just so fun to know that these guys were on full-out assault. I mean, Garcon made me laugh. They asked, so Pierre, what are your thoughts? Are you impressed with your defense? Apparently, we couldn't run the ball. We couldn't throw the ball. I mean, what kind of question is that? Pierre, calm down. You'll have your day. I love this stuff. Oh, I hope it continues in the next week.
Yeah, when that article came out, it was they were just having so much problems. Offense couldn't do anything. Like Pierre Garcon and I think what's his name, the running back. Breda was the only one who was really doing anything. They're just dropping balls, overpassing. You're just getting destroyed by the defense. And you saw the article came out too. So
yeah, no.
All up. Yeah, Pierre was very irritated.
Listen, Pierre, he's got to realize, the defense is going to have to be dealt with this year, and that's the nice thing about it, though, man. Because your hardcore defense is going to make your offense a little bit better than it would be. I'm trying to think of a team that actually has a great defense where their offense really sucks. The only team I can think of is the Texans, and their defense is awesome, but their defense is actually below average. But they made some changes, so let's see what they looks like this year. Because I got a feeling they're going to contend this year.
And that's another thing, too. Like, the offense is, with them getting beat down really bad, I guess, it's going to help them as a long run against these big defense they're going to play against,
Absolutely.
And, opportunity, just learning how the system, because obviously they're going to play against Houston. Obviously Celaya, coached them in Houston and Seattle, so they're definitely, when they play those boys, they're definitely going to know what it's all about, how they play against the San Francisco defense that we currently have. So we have that depth. So it's going to be very exciting, and they're definitely, Celaya and Shannon is definitely circling that game 2 against Seattle. Is going to be, we're going to definitely take those boys out.
Like all of us are. Exactly. Yeah, I don't worry about it. And Shanahan's the last guy defense wants to think they can manhandle. I give that a little while longer. They may be tough on them, but they're not going to be just to be able to maul them like they did last week. That'll end after the pads get on anyway to some degree. So, but they'll probably still be able to contain them.
It is in shorts.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, they'll probably have these epic battles in practice every week, but we won't hear about anything like we heard about last week with Garcon standing over there on the sideline screaming, "We couldn't run the ball. We can't pass the ball." Of course I'm impressed.
And I just hear Bobby Turner just coming down the corner. He's an OG, by the way. He's just, oh, my God. Listen to that guy talk. I'm like, oh, man, I just wish I was on the field just listening to that guy.
I know.
I just crack up and enjoy, how he coaches and everything. But he's just going to be like, you better run against that team. I don't care if they're top team, who are on the other side. You got to run in those boys.
Yeah.
He's just something else. And I think he's going to help these running backs, Carlos Hyde, Joe Williams, Breda, Bibbs, Hightower. These guys are going to be definitely STEM because that experience is definitely going to help.
Oh, yeah. And like you're saying, I think every coach takes personally the product he puts on the field. If a guy like Bobby Turner, you bring up a good point there. Bobby Turner is probably going to, if his guys are out there messing up, he probably looks at it as he's taking it personally. It reflects badly on me when my guys look like that. He's that kind of guy, you're right. You can see it. So when they come out on that field, they're going to be ready to roll. So we're going to see about that. That's going to be, that's going to be good.
Yeah. Wow. And then the thing I enjoy, too, is Pierre Garcon, because he definitely is a talker on the field, and I love that. And we need more of those guys, against these, Sherman. We definitely need to have that big talk. And, honestly, Garcon we haven't had that wide receiver for a while, actually. And I think he definitely has the opportunity to be that true one that we haven't had for a while. Because Crabtree, he was up and down constantly, so I wouldn't say I think Garcon's a better player.
Yeah.
Way better player.
I do too. And Garcon's got more dog in him, like you're talking about too. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crafty has had like those hands, but he just didn't have those break speed that Garcon could have, and I think Garcon's a better player than Crafty in my opinion. So yeah, we just need this ball hunker. What?
That was a cut in.
Crabtree's a better. Pierre Garcon's a better receiver than Crabtree. Are you kidding me?
I
can't. You're my boy.
I agree with that.
Central Valley. You're my boy from Central Valley. But listen, David Carr. Let everybody know Crabtree's a number one receiver. It's the quarterback, man. Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick ain't a quarterback like David Carr. That's one thing. You know what I'm saying? Even though the Raiders, but we got to acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? And what did he do? He tore it up, man. Pierre Garcon maybe doesn't get hurt as much, or maybe he's consistent in what he does a little more, but he is not better than Michael Crabtree. I'm sorry, man. Go on, Sahel. He's still my boy, though.
No, wait a minute.
Man.
I just want to interject on that just a minute now. If we go back, Jack, into the stats, I hate to tell you this, but Michael Crabtree will lose on that number thing.
Yeah. And another thing is, and another thing too, Crabtree might have the hand. Go ahead, Jack.
Hold on a sec. He might lose on the stat stuff, but he didn't last year with Carr, and that 1 year that he had with something Alex Smith was quarterbacking. So he won't lose on that. Listen, don't get me going, because now I got my coffee in my system, Ronbo.
I know, Jack, and I hope you'll keep that under control. We're gonna let Sahel finish up here, okay? All right, Sahel, go ahead.
Okay,
let me just say this to Jack. Crabtree definitely has the hands, but he does not have the yak yards. Garcon has a better speed.
Yep.
And those breakout speed better than Crabtree.
Yep.
Crabtree has great hands.
He has the wiggle. He has the wiggle, baby, that wiggle. He has a little twitch, down. Same kind of thing. He don't have the breakaway speed. I don't think Garcon really does as well. Garcon might be able to get a little bit open better. But
true.
All around, it took Crabtree a little while. I think Crabtree's a better wide receiver.
Listen, I just want to say something.
I'll say this. I disagree.
More consistent.
Let me get the chat.
He's always going to be a number 2. He's never going to be a number 1.
Let me get the chat involved in this.
Obviously, Cooper took over.
Tell me on the chat. Give me, between Michael Crabtree and Pierre Garcon, who do you think is the better wide receiver? Crab is better than Garcon, the Asiatic.
I see 2.
And Eternal Creator believes Crabtree over Garcon. And I have a Crabtree jersey with tags still on it. So, okay, if you're a hardcore Crabtree fan, you're not being. We're talking about unbiased voting, okay? David Carr is Derek's.
And another thing too, I'm going to add to this for the people on the chat room. If you want to, put their vote on. Crabtree is not going to be that guy that he's going to go bust. Talib owned his ass, and he grabbed his chain and he just complained to the refs. Is that a true number 1?
No, I'd say
is that a wide receiver that you want?
Crabtree's got owners, and Garcon doesn't. There's
the point. That was being
professional.
I think that was being professional. I would personally not have done that. Being a former wide receiver myself, I wouldn't have done that. Because they used to call me 7-Eleven on the field because I was always open. But that was back in the day. But listen, you know what? He's being professional, and hey, I salute him. I salute Crabtree for being professional and saying, you know what, not rising to the occasion and acting ignorant like Talib did. But he said,
that was
what? I ain't
no, Talib is a thug.
Level, and you know what? But you know what? Yeah, that was one game. But let's talk about the whole season overall. But anyway, that's just one discussion. Anyways, we won't talk too much about Crabtree versus Pierre. But like I'm telling you, if Hoyer was throwing to Crabtree and Garcon on the same field, I guarantee you Crabtree would get the ball a lot more.
I don't know. It's a possession. It's a possessive receiver versus a. I'm not. What do you call Crabtree? Is Crabtree a possessive receiver? I guess. I don't know how to.
No, he is not possession. He is sometimes. He is sometimes, and sometimes he's not. He switches it up, and that's why I think Crabtree ultimately beats out Pierre Garcon, because he switches. He can be that possession receiver that has somebody on him, but then sometimes he has that little twitch that he he could get free, and he could jump up high and snatch that ball in the air and say, "Give me that motherfucker."
I do not see.
Yeah, he has the hands, but I don't know about the.
I don't see the athleticism being a bump.
Doesn't have the
Garcon though.
I mean, he doesn't have the twitch.
Yeah,
he just has those hands.
Yeah, that's.
He'll grab it from this, But honestly, Sherman,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Garcon doesn't have any owners. Crabtree has 2. Sherman and Talib. That's too many. I don't know. It's a close call though. All right. Hey,
another thing, like
go on.
No, we got to go.
Another thing too, I wanted to say, Garcon, he was also with I believe it was Peyton Manning at that time, so a little bit of luck. So he definitely played really well, and he won a I believe he won a championship with Peyton Manning. Did he?
Garcon.
He had these. He had Kirk Cousins. He was blessed with all these quarterbacks. Crabtree only got Carr last year or the year before. So that I'll leave it at that. But you know what? I'm gonna let you wrap it up, Sahil. Good talking to you, man.
Good info, man.
It's all right. All right.
Okay, now.
All right, Sahil. Let me see you on rewind a little later, okay?
You got it, man.
All right,
I love it, man. I love it. You guys come and interact, and the same thing that happened to me. That's awesome. We love this conversation.
Yes,
so
indeed.
go Niners,
All right.
and no skates in Seattle. All right, have a good night, guys.
You too.
Later.
Let's get Steph in there.
Ronbo!
Steph!
How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm telling you, I'm starting to get that feeling now where I was trying to remain cautious because I hate it when people at the end of the last 2 seasons, Ronbo, you said what last year? What 11 and what?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. So I've been modest. I'm trying to contain myself, but that defense has me. I'm telling you, Steph, I'm about to jump on your 1-1-5. I'm telling you, man, I'm close. Oh.
Hey, you gotta join. You gotta join the team, Ronbo. 11-5.
I'm telling you, I'm right there, man. I'm so close. I gotta see game 2. After I see what they look in game 2, I want to see the character of this team. Right now, it looks like the defense has the kind of character we need. Now, the offense has to get that hardcore playbook. They've got to get it down where they can really romp on a team. And then I may join the 11-5 crowd so fast. Ho! But yeah.
So, what was going on at practice about the defense or whatever?
Oh, it was a bloodbath, man. I mean, Thursday they had the media was in checking things out, and the defense was all. I mean, they sacked. Armstead had a sack. All right, let me go back to my notes. Armstead had a sack, along with Buckner. Even Chris Jones laid the quarterback out. Jimmie Gilbert, an undrafted free agent, comes out of nowhere, 6'5", 230 pounds. Of the 6 sacks on the day, Jimmy got 3 of them. Who is this guy? I mean,
how about the defensive backs, the secondary? Anything happen there?
Not really. Dante Johnson was having a good time. Also, Keith Reeser. Rashard Roberts was out. I was kind of disappointed not to hear anything about Akello. They didn't say too much about him on the day. But Keith Reeser and Dante Johnson were pretty active. We're not hearing anything about Jimmy Ward or anybody else, but that seemed to be pretty much what was observed by the media. Well, that's pretty much what they put down. So, I don't know if the media was actually called practice. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying I don't know how much of the practice they were allowed to take in. But those are the notes that we got pretty much online. So, yeah.
That's exciting.
We shall see.
Well, we'll see. We'll see when the pass come on. I just can't wait till preseason.
Yeah.
I want to see how violent this defense could actually get, and I hope Hoyer can be the leader that we need. Even though I'm still the Beathard guy, but
he'll get his time. We're going to see him in preseason. You'll see Beathard in preseason, and then you'll get a better idea as knowing him as if you really want him out there right now, or do you want him to season up a little bit. There's really nothing wrong with seasoning up a little bit. So let him take a look around, get used to the NFL speed. It'll be nothing but good. So he'll be okay.
Yeah. But hey, we need to figure out that name for the defense.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I was waiting for somebody to come up with suggestions for names. I'm going to be working on this probably overtime.
I tried looking before I came on, but I couldn't. I'll have to think about it longer.
Yeah, because you want it to rhyme, you want it to fit, you want it to have a rhythm to it when you say it. There's a lot of
sound good,
yeah. Because unfortunately, the Legion of Boom sounds good, doesn't it? I hate that, but it sounds good. You can't go anywhere in that area, though. We cannot have any words matching Seattle. So we got to come up with our own stuff.
The Legion of Boom will be falling apart soon here, though. They don't have much years left in the tank, so we won't be hearing that much.
Yeah, take that little 12
anymore,
flag.
Hopefully.
Yeah, take that little 12 flag down and go ahead and settle back into mediocrity. You can't afford anybody. All your other players are over the 30s. And so it's time to start losing and losing and losing as Russell Wilson continues to get paid his money. Hey, I tell Steph, I guarantee you they're going to trade Wilson within the next 3 seasons. Can't afford him anymore. They don't have any money now. They're not going to be able to play Cam Chancellor next year. And was that you who said we should pick up Cam Chancellor?
Huh?
Was that you who thought about... Somebody suggested we pick up Cam Chancellor and put him in our box.
I didn't suggest it, but I would be all right with it. That sounds pretty good. But at the same time, it's like don't bring him over here.
Yeah. I just don't want Richard Sherman. I can take Cam Chancellor. I got no problem with Thomas. And I like Michael Bennett a lot. There's a few guys on the Hawks team I do like. It's just, I don't want anything to do with Russell Wilson. I just want to see him get beat more. After that shoe commercial, I'm done with him. So,
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Next commercial, you'll see Russell Wilson on the stretcher, not us on stage. We'll see them wheeling out Russell Wilson on the stretcher.
That's what somebody's got to do for the next shoe commercial for 49ers next year. Have a commercial, and I hope it's a lineman. Have a commercial. Have Reuben Foster do a have Reuben Foster do a shoe commercial next year, and have him hit Russell Wilson so hard that first I could put this up right now. He hits Wilson so hard, all you see is Foster's shoes going slow-mo out of the scene with a big streak behind him, and nothing but Wilson's clothes laying on the floor, and the big Nike swish comes on, as Reuben hit him so hard and knocked him out of his uniform.
And then the next thing you see is Russ Wilson going by in the stretcher, and Reuben Foster's doing his little dance that he plans to do.
Now that would be a commercial comeback right there. Woo! All right, Steph.
Yep.
Steph, let me see you tomorrow, man, on Ready Go Radio, okay?
All right, Ronbo.
All right.
For sure.
Let me check out some questions here. You said we need somebody who needs to set up. Is that AJ who needs to set up? AJ, we're having problems with your audio, bro. See if you can, AJ, check out the app and see how to join show. There's a few instructions that are a little bit tricky. Not real tricky, but, it'll show you how to set up the audio. Okay? All right, AJ, because I definitely want to hear from you, AJ, man. It's the first time we see you, man. So that's how you name. It's AJ! All right, AJ, get that app and look at the instructions, man. Get that audio, because we can't hear anything. All right, Amir Lindsay, I live in Baltimore, and I can still be a Niner fan. I also want LeBron to win. Amir, I got to tell you, man, I wish I could, LeBron James is... I tell you what, if he loses and he starts rooting for... let's ask you this one question. I'm going to move on with this. But if he loses, and the rumor is that he may be joining forces with Mr. Triple-Double out of Oklahoma City, and also another player to go to the Los Angeles Lakers, hasn't the time come when people let LeBron go? He's a mercenary that has no passion for his team. I want to see the Warriors kill him. Okay. But anyway, appreciate you being a Niner fan, though. Oh, Panama Queen. I'd love to. Grant is annoying. Panama Queen says I should take Grant's place. Stacy, 47. How does Niner replay work? Because we were trying to address, are we going to get another name? Niner replay. Are you actually live talking on it? Are you know what? Stacey, Rewind is another show. This show we're doing now, this is live, because as you notice, I'm talking to you now. Rewind is the other show we do that runs 24 hours a day just so we can keep 49ers going all the time. Right? And Graham, tight end spot's awfully quiet, got an idea who you feel will come out on top. Let me see. Let me while I'm thinking about that, Pierre Garçon, he creates mismatch and create double coverage for the wide receivers to make plays, which is important. Big target to give the opponent mysteries. So anyway, let's address now those who think that Crabtree is better. I don't think so. And Graham just pointed out something. He's on the chat. Check him out if you want to argue with him, because I'll be over there to help him argue as soon as I can. Where was I? Oh, yeah. And all as far as the question, as far as tight ends. You know what? I still have a feeling somehow that McDonald makes this team. I already know Logan Paulson's on it because he's one of the best blocking backs for Kyle Shanahan's system there is, right? Who would be next? Michael Hicatini might not be able to beat out McDonald. I'm not sure. Kittles for sure is on this team. He is the future. He will make the team. I don't know how many guys we can keep. Garrett Selleck is gone, as is Blake Bell, I'm pretty sure. Everybody else, I don't know. Hicatini could still be in the mix. They say he has a knack for getting open, and that the 49ers are very hard at guys who have the ability to gain separation and make themselves available so as the quarterback doesn't get killed trying to find a receiver. There's nothing worse than a quarterback. And, this is 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, boom. It takes the defense that long to get there. This is why Tom Brady is who he is. New name for D, and then there's nothing. Is that it? Eternal Creator, the Silencers. The Silencers. I like the Silencers. And Jesse Serrano, V Squad. Oh, I like that. V stands for what, though? Oh. Violent. Yes! The V Squad. Yeah, I like that a lot. Itchy Chitty Kojak. The Lynch Mob. But there's already a Lynch Mob. That's Aaron's name, actually. And if Aaron would come out and assert himself, I think the defense would love to name themselves after him. I wish he would. Come on, Aaron! Now the Sickets call the defense the Hit Squad. Okay, I was asked last week. It seems that MC Niner thinks he can bring his girlfriends home. I've got to have a talk with him later. Okay, anyway. Niner Sickets call the defense the Hit Squad. Eternal Creator. V is for violence. I like it. Like it. Anything that exhibits pain. That is all 49ers, You know what they say? You got to be careful, though. You don't want to encourage violence amongst young people. But as 49er fans, we do. We'll just explain to young people, it's a game we play violently. It's not meant to be taken out on the streets of the city. Hey, Rodney, you know what? The Gold Crush. Years ago, the Denver Broncos called themselves the Orange Crush. You got to be worried about that. Years ago, also, the 49ers their frontline defense was called the Gold Rush. They may resurrect that name, and they may have to. For tradition's sake, it looks good, and it's also an original 49er name. But I was hoping we could come up with something new. Timo Mindo, Gold Lightning, like that. Yeah. Steve Waddle, NWA. Oh, that's so awesome. Niners with attitude. Oh, God, that is good, too. NWA. It has such a... Because it actually defines a culture. It is pop culture at that. And you apply it to modern-day 49er killers. I wonder how AJ's doing. Did he figure it out yet? Okay, AJ's still working on that. You got anybody else on the phone? Okay, I tell you what I'm going to do. AJ, you know what? Let me see if let me answer some more. See if we can get AJ. If you want to call, we've got a line open. The Gold Smash Brothers. I like that, Sal. I like that. The Age 1 Addict. Rainbow Squad. Rip McDre, Smash Brothers. You know what? Don't we already have a Smash Brothers? I think we have a Smash Brothers, right? Isn't that going to be Arik Armstead and Buckner? Okay. Mike Sherm Jr., we want something original. True. I see Niner Train, Rip McDre, Gold Curtain, Tony Escobar. Oh, Kyle Shanahan. Violence creating that's got such a nice ring. Violence creating silence. I know it's the Cornflake Kid. Cornflake's trying to do anything he can to get me off of calling him Cornflake. I don't know why he doesn't like cornflakes. All right. I tell you what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and call it a day. God, such fun, fam. I love being with you up on Sundays. And listen, also, remember, and if you're watching the show for the first time and you didn't know what's going on here, Ronbo Sports also has Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Get the Ronbo Sports app. It's absolutely free. And check us out on Monday, Tuesday. We have the same amount of fun on the radio Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays. And then, of course, we meet again on Sundays. We've got a new installment called Zoom. You can zoom in as far as if you want a video in and be seen. And you can do things like Nighthawk did tonight. Show us your tummy and, walk around and put it on your feet. And then when you want to say, "What's up, Rambo?" you get close to the front. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, we'll do that. And tell you what, I'll see you. I'm going to go check out. I'm going to get a little bit to eat here. It's only going to take me a few minutes. And I'll see you on Rewind between now and tomorrow. I just want to say, it's all about the Niners, baby. Niners!